Good afternoon. My name is Andres Guzman, and I talk about the chapter 12. This is Alice evidence of the book Alice Adventures in Wonderland. First, I explain the vocabulary. The first word is forgetting, is to be unable to remember a fact, something that happened, or how to do something. The sentence that this word is her cried Alice, quite forgetting in the flurry of the moment. The second word is grown, that is having full growth. And the sentence is of the moment how large she had grown in the last few minutes. The third word of the vocabulary is upsetting. This is causing unhappiness, disappointment, or worry. The sentence of this word appears is the over the jury box with the edge of her skirt upsetting all the jurymen. The fourth word is crowd. This is a large number of people gathered together in a disorganized or unruly way. The sentence is all the jurymen onto the heads of the crowd below and they there. The next word is sprawling. Sprawling is spreading out over a large area in an untidy or irregular way. The sentences are under they lie sprawling about, reminding her very much of a glove. The other word is downwards. This is speak at a lower place on a level lower, and saw the sentences and saw that in her haste she had put in the lizard in heads downwards.
Tres.
The next word is overcome, succeed in dealing with a problem or difficulty. And sentence, I'll accept lizard with Simon too much overcome to the unacting Bausi. Frowning. Frowning, the action or forming an expression of disapproval, displeasure, or concentration. Sentence, high side in a very respectful.
Tres.
Sentence, high side in a very. Sentence, he sighed in a very respectful tone, but frowning and making face at him as he spoke.
Yeah.
Hostile, which excites speed or urgency, harmony. The sentence is the king turned pale and shoot his notebook hasty. Spreading, open out something so as the extent its surface are. To extend is.
Yeah.
Sentence, he went spreading of the birds on high sky. A trickling of a leak from in a small stream. The sentence is vegan again, using the ink that was trickling down his face as long as it lasted. A flutter of a bird or other winged creature. Flies. Flutter of a bird or other winged creature, flee and still or hover be. Bueno. Flutter of a bird or other winged creature, flee and still or hover be flapping the wings.
Tres.
Bueno, flutter of a bird or other winged creature, flee and steadily or hover flee flapping the wing quickly and lightly. The sentence is away some dead leaves that had fluttered down from the trees open her face.
Yes.
This is short analysis characters. Alice, she was very tall with a strong and temperament. The king, he was the youth of the cast. He had a bad mouth and had no empathy with the others. The queen, she wanted to see Alice and the echoes grown because she was a bad person. White Rabbit, high lucky, very confident and intellectual, questioning and correcting the king is the species. Lizard, he was part of the jury, he looked very puzzled and gone. Prisoner, he was accused by the king.
Alright, the setting is the place of the book of the chapter 12. The first place is the court, and the court, Alice and White Rabbit and the king and the queen is here talking about the prisoner and the accused for take the tarts. And the second place on the last is the tree. In this place, Alice wake up of her dream, and she go to the house to eat something. And in his place, the sister thinking about his dream of Alice, and in this place the story is finished. And the theme of the chapter is the declaration of Alice about the prisoner in the court. Alice in all of the chapter, she talks and fight with the queen about the prisoner, and she said that the prisoner not have the shame. The conflict of his chapter is the queen and the king and queen discuss with Alice, and in this conflict the queen and the king always is an fight with Alice because they want to see the prisoner because when the prisoner throw the tras la reja, así en la cárcel.
Yes.
Plot is
Yes.
plot. Alice arrived at the jury box. In this action, Alice because her star she hit the jury. This action, the white rabbit speak about the king. This action, the white rabbit found a letter. This action, the king accused to the prisoner. This action, Alice fights for the freedom of the prisoner. This action, the king. Bueno, plot. Alice arrived at the jury box. In this action, Alice because her star she hit the jury. In this action, the white rabbit speak about the king. In this action, the white rabbit found a letter. In this action, the king accused to the prisoner. In this action, Alice fights for the freedom of the prisoner. In these actions, the king tries to kill Alice with some letters. In this action, Alice is scared and weak of the sleep.